friends, I'm Aly Dosdall with Scrapbook and Cards Today magazine, here to share a tutorial for creating this cute little notepad. It's like a grocery list or shopping list, a to-do list, and it's really easy to make with the new dial trimmer from We Are Memory Keepers. And I'll tell you more about this tool in a minute, but it's just such a great value and I absolutely love it. And also we're going to use two other essential tools, the crocodile and the ribbon cutter, and these are ones that I highly recommend getting because they're just so versatile and useful. What's really cute about this notepad is the scalloped edges at the bottom, which I made with the dial trimmer, and also it's perforated, so once you've finished writing up your list, you just tear it off and you can take that with you to the grocery store. And this makes a great gift for teachers, for friends and neighbors, or just a good stocking stuffer, or you can make one for yourself. So let's get started. The first thing we're going to do is trim a piece of pattern paper to 3 inches by 10.5 inches, which I've already done. And these papers are from the Pebbles Heart of Home collection by Jen Hadfield. Then you're going to trim a coordinating piece of pattern paper to 3 by 9 inches. You're going to trim a piece of chipboard to 3 by 9 inches, and then you're going to adhere the coordinating piece onto that chipboard. That's going to be your base. Then you're going to find some lined paper or some blank paper, whatever you want for your particular notebook or list or pad. And I just actually used these from I got these from a partially used notebook and just trimmed them down to 3 by 9 inches. So I did about 20 of these, and it was really quick and easy to do with my trimmer. So set those aside. The first thing you're going to do with the dial trimmer, which is just such a fabulous tool because it's like 6 tools in one. There are 6 different blades. Some are decorative, some are more functional. So you've got the deckle, the scallop, the wave, and then you've got a perforating blade, a regular cutting blade, and a scoring blade. So it's functional, like I said, but it's also decorative. You can make really pretty decorative edges. You pull this extension arm out, and this is actually 14 inches, so you can trim paper that's even a little bit larger than 12 inches, and that's really handy. So we're going to take the 3 by 10.5 inch paper, and we're going to score. So we're going to turn the dial this way to the scoring blade, and then we're going to score at 9 inches. So we're going to move this paper here and line it up on 9 inches, and we're just going to pull that blade down and score, and then we're going to place it back up, and we're going to put it now on 9 1/8 inches. And we're going to score again. Okay, so that leaves us a little 1/8 of an inch for the paper to be inside our notepad. Okay, so I don't know if you can see that, but that's the idea there. All right, so next what we're going to do is we're going to work with the lined paper. So we need to perforate each of these so they can tear out. So I've already gone ahead and done all of them except for this. I just want to show you how this works. So we'll turn this to the perforating blade, and we're going to line it up here at 1 3/8 of an inch. So the edge is at 1 3/8 of an inch right there. And then we're just going to perforate. And you're going to do that to each one of these, so feel free to turn on Netflix or whatever you want to watch and sit. This goes pretty quickly once you've got it going. Next, you're going to add a pretty decorative edge. So we're going to turn the dial to the scallop edge, and then the bottom of the paper, which is the opposite end of where we perforated, is going to go in this way. And we're just going to line it up right here at 1/8 of an inch and hold it down, and we're just going to trim off 1/8 of an inch, and you've got a cute little scallop decorative edge there. And you're going to again do that to each one of your papers so that each paper has just a nice little decorative touch to it. So next we're going to scoot this dial trimmer out of the way, and you're going to take each of your papers and you're going to punch holes with the crocodile using the 3/16 hole. And I set the guide here at 5/8 of an inch. Okay, so you're just going to take it like I did with this one, and you're just going to come in from the side, and you're going to hit about midway between the perforated line and the end of the paper. And again, 3/16 of an inch right in the middle there, and it's set at 5/8, so it's nice and even. Punch there, flip it over, find the middle, and punch again. And again, you're going to do that to each one of your papers, but I was able to actually do about half of these at a time. So this is about 20 papers. I did about 10 at a time. And with this crop dial, it is so strong, I was able to punch right through 10 sheets at once. So that went really fast. Then you're going to take your chipboard piece that's covered with the pattern paper, and I'm just going to use one of these papers as a guide. And I'm going to line it up at the top, make sure the top edges are lined up. And then I'm just going to punch through that chipboard. Now those holes are so that we can tie it with a ribbon to hold the papers. That's basically going to bind the papers together and also make it look really pretty. Okay, so once I've done that, I've got all my paper. So the last thing I need to do is this lovely cover. Actually, this is going to go this way, and this is going to cover the back. And then, so what I need to do is use this as a guide, and we're going to punch holes in this paper because it's going to come over and cover. Okay, so what I do is I line this paper up at the first score line, not the second one. So the first score line, center it, and then again, I'm just going to use my crop dial and punch those holes. And these are all in the exact same spot because I have this measurement guide on my crop dial. So handy. Okay, so now we are ready to assemble this. So we're going to put some adhesive on the back, on the other side of this chipboard, the bare side, so we can adhere the pattern paper cover. Gonna stick that right on there, make sure it's nice and straight. We're gonna go ahead and punch these holes right here since we added that back cover. Well, gotta get that out so I can see what I'm doing. Okay, now we are ready to assemble this notebook. So we're gonna put the papers on top. I've got, oh, this is probably 18 to 20 inches of ribbon, I'm going to say. I just kind of eyeballed it. And I've got my ribbon cutter, and I'm just going to seal and cut these ends, and I want to do it on a diagonal, so I put my ribbon in on a diagonal. Whoops, I'll go this way since it wants to lay that way. And then I just press. And I love this because it's battery operated, and it gets hot so fast. Like, you don't have to wait for it to heat up. It's just already hot. And there's that little wire in there that heats it up so that it melts it and seals it and also cuts it right in half. Okay, and then I'm going to switch that off. Let's go up through the back. I think that'll be the easiest. And I'm just going to put that pointed edge right through the hole there and pick it up on the other side. Okay, now I'm going to do the second hole. And pull that through the paper and the chipboard, and then up through the pattern paper cover. Perfect. So you see that it's got a little bit of ribbon on the back there, nice and pretty, and then we're ready to tie this off in the front in a nice bow. And you want to tie it tight, but don't tie it so tight that you tear any of the holes in the paper, but you want it to be nice and secure. Oops, I lost my end there. Of course, your ribbon is going to be so beautifully even when you tie it. I don't know if mine is or not. But anyway, you get the idea. And that just binds everything together. And then you've got these pretty decorative scallop edges, and then you can just tear off a sheet of paper because it's perforated. So this is a great gift. Think of the upcoming holidays. It's a perfect stocking stuffer. This would be great for a teacher gift, for neighbors or friends, or just for yourself if you want a shopping list, a grocery list, a to-do list. This is ideal, and it's so easy to make with the We Are Memory Keepers Dial Trimmer. Oops, sorry for the noise. This is such a handy tool, and again, I feel like it's like 6 in 1, so it's really a great value. So thanks for joining me. Again, I'm Aly Dosdall with Scrapbook and Cards Today magazine. Happy crafting.